it's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Ontario, Canada. I'm just bringing you up on my iPad. Please say hello when you join me. Let me know where you're coming from. I love to hear from you. I always check back and read my comments. Love to know where in the world my viewers are coming from. If you are just coming across me for the first time, welcome. I am so glad you're here. If you are a returning viewer, welcome. I'm so glad you've come back. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please click that subscription button below as well as that notification bell so you do not miss any future videos from me. Hello, Golf and Mary from Florida. How are you? I hope you have nice warm weather here in southwestern Ontario. It's -3 degrees Celsius. It's very, very cold this evening. The wind is very raw. We've got a cold front coming through, and they were saying that the winds were supposed to get so high tonight we could get power outages. So fingers crossed we get through our live. Okay, so tonight I'm going to be creating with this adorable bundle called Hello Ladybug. So it is the stamp set as well as the punch, and it can be found on page 20 of your new January to June mini catalog. This used to be called the Occasions catalog. Now it's just called the mini. So this is the bundle here. You can just purchase the stamp set by itself. You can purchase the Ladybug Builder punch by itself, or save yourself 10% by purchasing it as a bundle. Okay, so this was a swap card that I did, and here we have it. Now, before you get telling me, Marcy, ladybugs have black dots on them. I know they do, but you know what? When I was creating my card, I thought it looked so adorable with the white spots, not the filled in with the black, and with a little bit of the splatter technique I did in the back. It kind of mimics that, and I thought it looked adorable, so I left them white. And then, of course, I've stamped my leaf on the inside. So let's get started here. I'm just going to move this out of the way. My colors this evening are Real Red, Granny Apple Green, Balmy Blue, and then, of course, my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And I also have, just in case, I have my light basic black Stampin' Right marker, because I say just in case because sometimes I find that when you've got a solid photopolymer image, sometimes it just doesn't stamp fully covering that entire surface. So if you've got a color coordinated Stampin' Blend, then you're going to be able to fill in those little bit of gaps. All right. As you can see, I haven't cleaned the top of my ink pad since the last time I used it. So I've got my blending brush. Now, did you know that the bundle is $44 here in Canada, and are $16.25. That brings you up to the required $60 to get a free celebration item. All right, so I've zoomed in a bit. So I'm just going right up the center with my color. So have you been enjoying perusing the beautiful celebration brochure and the mini catalog? Have you placed an order yet? If you're still formulating your plan of attack for your purchases, I would love to know What is your favorite right now? What are you leaning towards as the top of your list of favorite products from the catalog? So I want to get fairly dark here with this balmy blue. All right, I think that should be good. And I'm avoiding putting my hands where that ink is. All right, so we're going to close this up. And I'm going to move this to the side now. And I'm going to bring in my silicone craft sheet, my water painter, a clear block, and my bone folder. And to get that splatter, move this out of the way, I'll put these over here. To get that lovely splatter, what I'm going to do is I am going to, I just filled my painter, so it's quite wet. I'm squeezing a little bit of water onto my clear block, dabbing it off, and then I am, just like I do with my Wink of Stella, I'm holding it over and I'm going to tap the brush with my bone folder, and it's going to add that splatter of water. And as you can see, as it dries, it pulls that ink away and leaves you with that fun water splatter. All right, so just a smidge more on there. I like the way that looks. I think it's very, very cool. Okay, move that out of the way. Now I have already heat embossed my little hello. It's just the basic black cardstock, Versamark, and my white embossing powder. Okay, so let's just move this to the side and bring in, flip that over so that we don't make a mess. All right, so when you are using your punch, we are a little close now for that. When you're using your punch, when you're stamping, just be aware of the orientation of the wings and the Ladybug's body there. So I'm going to ink up, because I'm going to slide my cardstock in from the end there. So I'm going to ink up my Ladybug here and hope that I get a nice solid image. All right, so right there. Okay, not too bad at all. So you can see, you know, some of the areas are a little less intense than others. And to fix that, all you would do is just dab that on to kind of fill in those lighter areas, and it fills that area in with that alcohol ink. All right, so get that out of the way, and then we're just going to slide this in, line it up so that we are fairly even on all sides, and give it a punch. And there we have our adorable little Ladybug body. All right, so now I'm going to do the opposite side. So I'm going to put my wings on this side, and they are going to be in the red ink. Now I'm going to mention I am moving my, I'm going to move my live starting next week back to the afternoon. After the video is done, I'd love to hear from you, as I realize that most people watch me on the replay, not joining me live. So I am looking at either 1 p.m. Now I am Eastern time. I am in Ontario, Canada. So I'm looking at 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. I used to be live at 1, and I moved it to 7 to see if I couldn't accommodate more viewers. But most of my viewers are watching the replay, so there we have our fun wings. Easy peasy. Okay, we're going to move that aside. Now we need this for our leaves. So what I did with this, I'm just filling the background. When I was making my swaps, I had to re-ink my Granny Apple Green, because doing 21 cards after I had already done my sample was a lot of ink. So all I'm doing is moving it around in, because it's going to go in the center like that. So you just want to kind of give it a bit of a border. There's no rhyme or reason as to my placement. And there. So that's going to fill that in nicely like that. And then we need our insert piece. 1 p.m. works for you, Mary. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking 1 p.m. I was discussing it with my sisters beforehand. And then I was also discussing it with Brad. And Brad generally works till 5. And I said to him, in the warmer months, you know, if I move it to 1 o'clock, if you get done early, we can then golf and get a full round in. So I just wasn't sure. So that's why I thought I would ask you guys. All right, all our stamping is done. So let's bring in our silicone craft sheet. Okay. We used to go to Florida all the time, Mary, when our kids were younger. I don't know what part of Florida you are in. My in-laws, let's move this out of the way for a second. My in-laws bought my mother-in-law bought a place in Cocoa. So we went to, well, it was called Sharps was the area, but just outside of Cocoa and Cocoa Beach. So we used to go down there when the kids were little. We would take holidays and spend a couple weeks down there and just love it. Brad and I would bring our golf clubs and we would get a few rounds in. We would take the kids to the beach. Of course, the always had to hit Ron John's shopping. Collect some seashells. The Tampa Gulf area, so the other side, so where it's really, the water is really nice and warm. All right. Whoop. Move it over just slightly. Make sure I'm nice and even. And get our insert piece in. I love this Ladybug bundle. It is one of my favorites. One of my favorites for sure. All right, so there's the inside done. And now we can, and everything is just flat down other than the ladybug. So look at how cool that looks once it has time to dry. It looks so neat, I think. All right. Yeah, Brad's cousin owns a place down in Florida as well that we went one time. We were down at Brad's mom and dad's. They have since sold their place. They're in their 80s and just don't get around much anymore. Make sure that I am straight. If you're wondering if your card is straight, whatever layer, after you've looked at it in the vertical, turn it to the horizontal so that you can see, so you can judge a little bit. Because you know how sometimes, at least my eyeballs sometimes are a little bit wonky. So just to make sure that it is in the right spot. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue across the top of those wings. And I'm going to butt that right up against my ladybug's neck here. And it only needs that little bit of glue there to hold that in place. And then we need some, don't lose this, we need some dimensionals. But see what a cool effect that gives you just by using your blending brush, ink, and some water. Oh, I left the sticker on the... I've got another one of those packages of dimensionals where it's punched through so hard that it has... and then let's just set this here. It's cut right through the backing. So I know I want it at the bottom. And then that way I can kind of guesstimate. So, okay, I think I'm going to be good there. Because my little ladybug, she is flying right off that card. Be a long time before we see ladybugs here in southwestern Ontario again. As we are, move this just slightly more, there we go. We are in the cold winter months now. All right, so these were the large dimensionals. My hello is going to be 2 of the babies. So that's why I love the mini catalog coming out now. All these fun stamp sets that make me think of the warmer months, flowers and critters and all that kind of stuff. All right, so we're going to put you right about there. And before I press you down, lift you up so that I can see. There we go. And then the last thing to do is, where did I put them? Hello, Pat. How are you? Our classic matte dots. All right, so where's my, take your pick. So these black ones here, love these with all the different colors. So fabulous. So now we're just going to add a couple of those just to give that extra little bit of black. So I'm going to put a dot there and a dot there, and I'm forming my triangle with the 2 dots and my hello. That creates that little triangle there. So like that. Super fun, super easy. And there we have it. Wasn't that an easy card? So take a look at your stamp sets. Any big, larger, solid images that you can fill your background to give the background a little bit more interest. And then just using your blending brush through the center just to give that little bit of different look. A little bit of splatter with the water painter, and wow, you've got that great looking, lots of interest in your card. And then of course we've got our lovely stamped inside. You live on 2 golf courses. Wow. That is fabulous. That's something that Brad and I have always talked about, that we would love to have a place somewhere in the south on a golf course, so that, you know, we get up, have our breakfast, and go have a round of golf. Have a nap, and then maybe go do another round of golf. Yeah, that is definitely a fabulous way to live, I would think. And this is the first time you're catching me live. That is wonderful. I am so happy you are here. Okay, so, and I was saying earlier that I'm going to be moving my live. So, next Wednesday, I believe next Wednesday will be 1 o'clock. It's sounds, I mean, my husband says 1. I'm thinking 1. I used to be live at 1, so yeah, we'll try it at 1 and see how it goes. So this is my fun card for this evening. This was my swap card that I had done. The blog post is going to be about 30 minutes going live, 30 minutes afterwards, and it's going to have all of the measurements as well as product links in case you want to purchase anything from my online store, or if you've got, you're so inspired to take something that you've already got at home to recreate something like this. You could email me if you have. I would love to see any creations that you have made after watching one of my videos, to see your take on my cards. That would be so fabulous. Hello, Amy. Thanks for joining me. I'm just about done. So I have started creating today. I was working on my Saturday soiree. Oh my gosh, I have created just a gorgeous card with the flowing flowers. I've created some adorable cards with the awesome otters. I cannot wait. I've been playing also with my Rainbow of Happiness bundle. So much fun, so much fun. So remember that the sign up deadline for my Rainbow, what is it called? Rainbow of Happiness. Where is that? I had it out, so I'm not sure what it is called at the moment, because I was playing and it's not right in front of me. Goodness gracious. Yes, Rainbow of Happiness. Oh my goodness. The Rainbow of Happiness class closes on the 10th of January. And my Saturday soiree, the February edition, that closes towards the end of January, because I need time to get all my products ordered in, any extras and everything created and cut, videoed and all that kind of stuff, so that I've got it all ready to go for our fun event. All right, that is all for me this evening. Thank you so much for joining me. And please remember to, after I've ended, leave me a comment letting me know what time, 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock. I'd love to hear from you as to what time do you think would be better. I'm leaning hard towards the 1 p.m. For next week, and we'll see how that goes. All right, have a great evening, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please share my video. Sharing is caring. It's how I reach more crafty friends. And please leave me a thumbs up. That's the way that YouTube knows that my content is worthwhile putting out there and promoting and sharing to more people as I try to grow my channel and my business. All right, thanks again, and have a wonderful evening, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.